Hi, I'm the recruiting maven and welcome back to my channel. Today's topic of conversation, too many recruiters are calling you. Now, isn't that a problem we would all like to have? um, Now, take into consideration that every industry is different, hence the demand for a particular type of skill set over another is going to be a huge factor in that. So I had a candidate, and it's not the first time I've heard this complaint. He is a software engineer, and the issue is he's been being contacted over 25 to 30 times in one day, and it's very difficult because he is working, he is busy, and his phone is just being blown up with phone calls, emails, and text, and that can be annoying to some people. To me, I think that would be a compliment, but that's just me. Um, and then the other side of his argument was simply that are these recruiters talking to one another? He said, listen, I got 5 different emails from the same staffing firm. Are they not talking to one another? Are they just trying to, compete with one another and submit as many people as possible within a short window of time? And actually, that is very true. So with that said, he was pretty upset, frustrated, annoyed. I mean, he was just, beside himself. And so here's some of the issues that come with VMS, because VMSs are vendor management systems that very large corporations use in order to obtain as many candidates as possible, qualified candidates as possible. So one company may have, and this is just for simple illustrations, may have 5 additional contracts with, those 5 firms, staffing firms. And, the rule of thumb is 3 submittals within a 48-hour period. Mind you, if you're competing and you know that you received this requisition and now you have to submit 3 candidates, sometimes staffing agencies will send will send out the requisition to multiple recruiters within their firm to make sure that they're meeting those quotas. So therein lies the rub of this person getting multiple phone calls and emails and texts from one company. And the recruiter is pitted against time and competition, not only internally, but also with those other staffing firms and how well they're going to be performing. So there's, I don't know if it's necessarily an ethical issue, but certainly it's a very stressful issue from a recruiting standpoint, as I've been put in that position and I wasn't terribly happy about it because I wasn't really taking the time or as much time as I would have liked with that candidate. So there's some issues to that, but the reality is larger corporations do employ those types of services. So if you're in the software industry, I'm sure you're quite used to getting a lot of phone calls, a lot of communication from recruiters on a national and international scale. And that's the industry that you're in. My only suggestion to that person was, look, take it in stride, take it as a compliment, because if you're going to continuously get stressed out about people reaching out to you, then you might as well disappear from social media, never post your information anywhere else. But you know what? Once it's up there, people can find you. So, there's always ways of finding candidates. There's the old-fashioned way where, the traditional headhunting days, where you would call a company and start dialing, or saying, hey, I want to speak to Bob, who is the software engineer. And they'll say, there's no Bob here. I'm like, oh my gosh, wasn't it Robert? And you get into that kind of dialogue. Recruiters are salespeople, so be aware. But, some of us do have a high standard of working, professionalism, and ethics. And so we're all just trying to make a living. You work at in your area of industry and you make a living, and so do I as a recruiter. Anyway, with that said, I do appreciate your time and watching as always. Please like and share. I'd love to continue the discussion with you about the 4th Industrial Revolution and some career insights and rebranding and recreating you during that 4th Industrial Revolution, which is exactly why I started this vlog. on YouTube. And so if you would like more information, please make sure you're subscribed and you hit that little bell icon so that you get notifications every time I upload. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day, and take care.